With the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting has been provided by advertisement in the Cape May Star and Wave and on the Township website and has been posted on the bulletin board at Township Hall.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Conrad. Here. Councilmember Neville.
Here.
Councilmember Simonson.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Clark.
Here.
Mayor Beck.
Here. Before we begin tonight's work session, we are going to have a ceremony and present some certificates of appreciation to a number of organizations and a number of people. It all has to do with the explosion that took place on November 7th at about 3:40 in the afternoon at 234 East Atlantic. Is there anybody here this evening from the McCarty family? I know they said they were going to be delayed getting down here. Okay, I'll have to carry water for now until they show. We had the VFW had a fundraiser on Saturday night, and lo and behold, in the middle of it, I was handed a phone, and on the phone was Jim McCarty. And I have an update. He and his wife, Evelyn, the two victims in the explosion, are in a rehabilitation center up in Germantown section of Philadelphia. Without going into it too much further, let's just say that they're both recovering. It's going to take a while, but they certainly wanted to express their gratitude not only for the fundraiser, but for the people that we're going to recognize here tonight. He felt a strong sense of community, a connection to a lot of the people from this area. He couldn't wait to get down here and do some golfing, do the different things, and come back and buy the first beer. And he wished he had been there, but obviously they couldn't do it, and their injuries were extensive. Those who saw the house initially, I do not know how they lived through that, but they did, thanks to the people that are standing here this evening. We toss that word around a lot, hero, but there were a lot out there that day. I would like to begin by recognizing the different fire companies that were there. Having served a long time in the police department, we used to use the term that the cavalry arrived, and I can tell you, we never take the fire companies for granted. Lord have mercy on us if we ever do that. But when you're standing there and you need help, and you see the little blue lights coming down the block, you thank the good Lord for the fire companies and the police department and the rescue squad and all the people that respond and help us when we're in need. I think for the average person, when something happens, they stop and look. For those who are trained, they move immediately towards the action. And it was comforting to see the fire companies and the off-duty firemen are in their own cars coming down that block with the lights on and everything. And you knew it was going to be okay at that point. Okay, so if I could get some of the people from the different organizations, and bear with me, there's no script for this thing. And we have, is there anybody here from the Green Creek Fire Department? Yes. Would you come forward, please? I have the Irma Volunteer Fire Company. If you would come up, please. I have the Town Bank Fire Company, Fire Department. And I have the Villas Volunteer Fire Company, and specifically I'd like to mention, let me see who we got. Billy Howard, is he here? Andy Hilbert, Frank McCluskey, Andrew McCluskey, Charles Jordan, Bill Semchak. That's from the Irma. These were among some of the first that responded on the scene. Is he here? Is he up front? Bill? Howard. We're going to come down, all of us on council, and I'll read these certificates out, and we would like to personally shake your hands. You ready? Is the rescue squad here too, please? Somebody from the Lower Township Rescue Squad, if they would step up front. It is a big deal. You know, this is something that, you know, you guys put your lives on the line quite frequently, and we're grateful for that. This was an exceptional event, and, you know, on behalf of all the residents from the township, we're proud of what you do on a day-to-day basis, but we're extremely grateful for what you did on this day, this specific day, November 7th. And on behalf of the McCarty family, I personally want to thank you. And it says here, whereas on November 7th at approximately 3:40 p.m., a major explosion occurred in the village section of the township at 234 East Atlantic Avenue, causing total structural damage to the residents. The fire enveloped the home, which contained two local residents, Jim and Evelyn McCarty. Whereas without regard to their own personal safety, the first responders entered the residence, which was still burning, and with the help of other private citizens, aided in the removal of the occupants to safety, and despite the continued danger, helped in the evacuation of the area immediately adjacent to this property. Now, therefore, it is with great pleasure that the Lower Township Council, Mayor, and Council hereby recognize that this personal disregard for their own safety is the primary reason Jim and Evelyn are alive today. We honor the community spirit that was demonstrated during this emergency. And not for anything, I think the chief and captains here, Lieutenant, would you come on up too? You're certainly part of this. I didn't mean to ignore you guys. It's just that the papers are all over the place up here. We thank you for the excellent work that day also. Millis Fire Company, who's going to get the honor of having the certificate. Rescue Squad, how are you? Police Department, thank you, sir. Appreciate your work. Town Bank, thank you, sir. Irma. Green Creek. Thank you. Council, would you come on out here? I'd like to shake every one of their hands if you guys want to come down the line. Thank you. We'll be talking to you in a few minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're honored by your commitment, and if you don't mind, if you could just step to the sides a little bit. I'm going to bring some individuals up, including Officer Scheid here. I have to go back up. If council wants to stay here, I got to get my other thing. Probably go a long way and still never know how many people were there that night. You know, it's kind of funny in a community, especially like the Villas. You know, and every now and then they get a bum rap in the papers, and it aggravates me. I live there, and I think it's unjustified in a lot of ways. But when the bell rang, they came out.
people needed help without regard for their own safety. This is some of the people. Bill Lazaro. Bill?
Yes.
Come on down. I have Gary Lazaro. Come on up here. Just stand up here, gentlemen. We'll get this all together at one time. Plenty of room. Kenny Hewitt. John Thompson. Nick Blasi. Nick Blasi. Okay. Corey Shy. Come on over here. Stan Adamson. Stan here. And I would like to also recognize Darrell Benjamin. Is that his name? Where's Richie at? Benjamin. Darrell Benjamin, who lives at 300 East Atlantic, whose name was just given to me. Now, as you can imagine, we didn't hold roll call over there. I mean, there was a lot going on at the time. And there's people who probably will see this and say, well, I was there. And that's fine. Come on in. We actually typed up a certificate for the neighborhood. And it basically says, to those who helped. And it was a situation where I just, you go into tunnel vision when you're on something like that. And like I said, I put a long time in the police department, and you only see what's going on in front of you. But there was an awful lot of people over there that night. There was an awful lot of heroes. I don't know all their names, and we never will, but these are some of the ones who were there. And sometimes courage comes in small packages. It doesn't have to be that you went in the house. I mean, there was a tank in the middle of this fire, and a lot of the people that are standing here could have been hurt very badly had that tank blown up. And yet, not only did they go into the house, which was on fire, it was pancaked. They went into the house, they comforted the injured, they took them across the street, they wrapped them up, they went door to door, knocking on doors, making sure other residents hadn't been either injured or that they evacuated. And what else can you say? I mean, it's the perfect time of the year to honor these people. And on behalf of council and the residents, the McCarty family, and our township, we're very proud of all of them. Do any of you wish to speak and tell us a story or two, or you're comfortable enough? Yeah, well, they're very grateful, and the family wished to express their great gratitude for everybody who did from the smallest to the largest. Okay, so on behalf of council, certainly, gentlemen, we want to say thank you, Godspeed, appreciate everything. Okay, thank you, and how about a nice round of applause? Together so we can get like a couple council will stay in the back, and if you guys could slide over so we could get a picture of the heroes of Atlantic Avenue. As many in there as you can. Stand where you at. Proclamations in front of you. Mr. Lazzaro's. There you go, Bill, Gary, Ken, have a certificate. John, where you at? Stan and Nick are not here, right?
Yeah, Nick.
And this is, where's Corey's? Here, Corey, coming down Chicago line. Hold them up so they get them in front. Good job, guys. You earned it. out, and thank you for what you've done. Thank you. Gentlemen, Merry Christmas to all of you.
We'll give it a half a minute or so. Thank you. We move down to the consent agenda.
Mayor, if I may?
Yes.
I'd like to ask the council to pull Resolution 2013-325. I have some issues with the bid.
Okay. Do I have a motion on council to do that?
I'll make the motion to do so.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Neville?
Yes.
Councilmember Simonson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Clark?
Yes.
Mayor Beck?
Yes. Okay. Any other comments or questions on the consent agenda? Okay, open up the public comment on the consent agenda. Close the public portion.
Approval of minutes, December 2, 2013. Resolution number 2013-313, resolution 2013-324.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. I'll second it.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Neville?
Yes.
Councilmember Simonson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Clark?
Yes.
Mayor Beck?
Yes. Move down to administrative reports.
Excuse
Oh,
me, Mayor.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What do you got?
We have a regular agenda item inserted.
Oh, sugar. All right, you got it.
Under the regular agenda.
Yeah, I forgot.
Resolution number, do you want me to read it? I'm sorry.
Please.
2013-326. Title, Rejection of Bids for the Reconstruction of Clubhouse Road. Whereas the township is rejecting the bids, bid number 2013-26, advertised for the reconstruction of Clubhouse Road on November 27, 2013. And whereas two bids were received on December 11th at 10 a.m., opened and reviewed by the QPA, the engineer, and the director of public works. And whereas the township is rejecting all bids pursuant to NJSA 4811-13.2, semicolon D, the township will substantially revise the specifications for goods or services. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Lower that the bids received are hereby rejected.
Okay, is there any council comments on this? Open it up for public comment on this. Yes, sir.
Gary Douglas, Public Works Director. I believe we need to pull that resolution also. We had a discussion with the manager and we pulled a resolution to award, but I think that's as far as we want to take it tonight.
That's, yes, Gary's correct, conferring with special counsel because we had a conflict with Chuck, with his brother. That's the
Okay.
case.
So
All right.
we're just going to
Okay.
disregard.
As requested,
Disregard.
yeah, just disregard this
Disregard.
point.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Things happen real quick at the last minute.
All right, well, you mean I was right all along?
You were right, I was wrong.
The mayor's always right.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. All right, we move down to administrative reports. Council comments or questions on the administrative reports? Move down to council comments. Councilman Conrad?
Real quick, reading some of the papers. Mr. South, wonderful editorial. Harold had a nice article. Appearances, I tried to convey that township, when I ran numbers last time, that we're kind of low in the state. The problem is we are in the state of New Jersey concerning property taxes. That wasn't a bragging, that was someplace we have to maintain a lower township to keep our taxes low and affordable as possible. I've been in a lot of people's houses. A lot of us live month to month, paycheck to paycheck. We can't afford any more increases. That's where, as far as I'm concerned, council has to be. We're trying different things. We're trying to make it work because nobody here can afford any more taxes. Other than that, have a Merry Christmas. God bless you all. See you in the new year.
Hopefully, there's a couple of businesses that are staying open year-round. I was at the Bayview for a fundraiser for a Ward 2 person last night, and it was nice to see over 300 people there, and that is in Lower Township. And as you went by, the 2 Mile Inn's trying to stay open year-round too. So hopefully, a few of these businesses, if they can stay open year-round, will create some year-round jobs. And I too wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
All right. A couple things, just anyone that was at the parade last night for a parade that was postponed, it went off without a hitch, I believe, and I know I froze along with some of you guys, but it was for a parade night. The weather was pretty good and pretty well attended for being postponed till Sunday, so congratulations to all that participated. Also Friday evening there'll be a spaghetti dinner with Santa Claus at the Lower Cape May Regional High School for the baseball team. It is from 5 to 7 p.m. Tickets are $8 for kids, 10 for adults, and that also gets you in the basketball game that evening. So come on out and support our local baseball team. Other than that, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. That's it.
I'd like to join in saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I want to thank the clerks and our manager and Eileen for all the little things that you've done to make it a Merry Christmas, especially including the candy canes, which we gave out. It was, we told everybody if there was a smile on their face, they'd get a candy cane, and everybody was smiling last night in the parade. So it might have been cold, but there were a lot of warm hearts there. It was the same feeling I felt over at the airport as a number of the businesses opened up for a winter warmer and started waving the banner of the economic development and new business opportunities that are over there at our airport. So there's plenty of good Christmas spirit in Lower Township, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'll make it unanimous. Merry Christmas. All right. First of all, I forgot to mention one thing. In the midst of that explosion on Landing Avenue, my cell phone rang, and who was on there but Congressman Lobiondo, offering any kind of support we needed. And that was within like a couple minutes, I think, after it hit the airwaves. And I appreciated that. I just wanted to make sure that people heard that. The candy canes, they were excellent, right? And I want to thank the manager because he got them donated from a variety of different outfits, Acme, Big Lots, Rite Aid, and Walmart. They gave us how many, Mike?
3,100.
3,100.
So the council raised a lot of cane yesterday.
We did. We caned a lot of people this night. All right, so we could get that straight. You have Saturday, December 21st. That would be this Saturday, correct? That is the Very Merry Christmas Party from 11 to 2 p.m. at the Cape May Lewis Ferry Terminal in North Cape May. The party includes winter carnival games, arts and crafts, balloon art, and a chance for children to meet Santa. A free, kid-friendly hot chocolate bar will be available to participants. Be sure to bring a camera. Okay, that's this Saturday, December 21st, and that goes from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's really nice. I was over there last year. Okay, so then we go to Tuesday, December 31st, is the annual family New Year's Eve party at the Rec Center, 6 to 9. And you think that this is just like a place to like store the kids for a couple hours. It's not. It's really nice. They have music, face painting, games, much more. Children under the age of 10 must be accompanied by an adult. So that's next Tuesday, December 31st. And it goes from 6 to 9. And it is a lot of fun. Okay. That's all I think I have here. Do we have anything else, Mr.? Oh, no. We got one more. the school. Okay, I got a request from the superintendent over there, George. And, you know, I know we're all tapped out at this time of the year. And it seems like every food bank, everybody's asking for donations, and rightfully so. I mean, it's tough out there right now. But they're asking for support to help feed Lower Township's most needy families through their 7th annual Lower Township Elementary School Children's Monthly Dinner Program. And they're in trouble. They need some donations, and they buy food at cost, and they help feed a lot of the families of their students that have nothing. So if you happen to have a couple extra dollars, which is, you know, rare at this time of the year, but if you can and you choose to donate, checks should be made payable to the Lower Township Educational Foundation. That's the Lower Township Educational Foundation, and mail it to the Board of Education, which is 834 Seashore Road, Cape May. Okay, just write attention food program on there. They do not have any overhead. Every penny goes to helping you know, families of students who don't have anything. So think about that if you can. Okay, with that, we close council comments and we open up the call to the public. If anybody has any questions, comments, and wishes to come forward. Yes, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
Jay Young. I'm from Cape May Beach.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a one-trick pony guy. Now, 17 months I've been coming, asking about when you're going to repave Clubhouse.
Right.
So I'm assuming there's 325 and 326 and all the legalese thereof relates to that.
We hope to have it on
Where do we stand on this? Is there any
by next meeting.
future ideas to when this is going to be done?
Well, we hope to have some kind of a resolution by the next meeting as far as the contract, and have it signed, or, you know, have a bid opening and award a contract at the next meeting.
But you had one awarded, but you'd
We
rescinded.
can't really go into the particulars on that, Jay. I wish I could, but I can't.
Okay.
All right? We're not putting it under the bus again. It's just it's a small glitch, and nobody's going to pave over Christmas time. So
Well, no, I don't.
we'll be right back on this at the beginning of the year.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you. Anybody else wish to address council? Yes, ma'am.
Sue Bailey, Irma. I'm sure by now your solicitors yeah, I'll get my thoughts together, I'm sorry, it's been tough. Your solicitor has brought you up to speed on what happened at the hearing for the MUA. I'm just a little concerned. The judge has ordered Jana back to work, which is awesome. I'm really grateful for it. But before the hearing, the MUA had their meeting and had their salary ordinance. And it's bothering me that Jana's title was not in that salary ordinance. So it seems to me that they had already written her off. She has not been permitted back in her office yet. Her office is locked. She's been in the attic for the last 2 business days, still doing her job, doing records destruction and that type of work. But all I ask is that you guys please keep your ear to the ground and keep after them to make sure that they're doing things properly, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Is there anybody else that wishes to address council? Close the public portion. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.